How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to another Fossils and Archaeology video. Today, we're going to work on the Carboniferous enclosure a little bit because I said I was going to do that a while ago and I never got around to it yet. Look at this. I downloaded a mod that connects the glass a little bit better. So I've been slowly applying it to my enclosures and I like it. I like it. You can see everything so clearly now. Don't mind that. And then, yeah, look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Isn't that cool? Obviously, I don't have enough of it yet, but it's pretty cool. I gotta get rid of that. Anyway, so yeah, the Carboniferous, I've actually started working it already. You probably saw a glimpse. There's going to be a walkway over here, and there's going to be another viewing area right here as well as right here so that you can get more viewing of the Arthropleura and any other creatures that are in here. And then this will continue all the way down, basically. This is going to be a huge enclosure is the plan. It's supposed to be this huge experience where you get to see a lot of different Carboniferous creatures. I don't know if I'm going to put them all in the same enclosure because that might turn into a little bit of a mess. But at the very least right now, we can kind of expand the Arthropleura's enclosure because that is something that I've wanted to do for a while. So yeah, we might as well get started on that. Oops, I forgot I already did. Okay, so far that's how much we've expanded. That actually might be good. My whole idea is that I want a lot of different creatures living in here in this whole section, and I want it to seem like they're all in a big enclosure, but I want to keep them separated as well. That way, no matter what, when you look in here, you'll see an Arthropleura, or no matter what over there, you'll see I don't know, maybe a Meganeura or something. Gosh, dang it. That's kind of the plan right now. That's what I'm going for. Also, I'm going to do a little bit of an entrance, and I was kind of thinking of using deep slate bricks because I recently just learned of their existence, and I kind of like them. So I think that's what I'm going to make my thing out of, the entrance. It kind of makes sense because it kind of looks like coal, and Carboniferous, the Carboniferous rainforest, that's what our coal is. So yeah, I think that's what we're going to do with that. I have a single door here, and I'll dress it up a little bit more, but yeah, pretty cool. Oh, also something else I did, I might as well show you guys this. I expanded this a little bit. I added some extra land so that the villagers had more room to walk around because they always kept getting stuck in the water. And we planted some vegetables. Well, we planted some wheat. So we finally do have a farm going. So I'm going to have some consistent food, which is always good. And I also did complete this staircase that I kind of started. Well, it's not completed yet because I need to actually put down some stairs and dress the whole thing up. But this is a nice step in the correct direction because what I want is more enclosures up here. In fact, I think up here is where I'm going to be putting some of the larger dinosaurs. I think I have Diplodocus DNA. I could probably put Diplodocus somewhere around here if I kind of cleared this out and flanned it out a little bit. I don't know when I'll do that, but I think that's a pretty good route to take. I also need to put a staircase over there, and I'm planning on putting the staircase in that general area right there. That way you can go up there as well. And there's a bunch of houses up there too. The villagers can access that. But this is going to be a pretty cool park. It's going to be similar to the Cheyenne Mountain Zoo in Colorado, where you have to there's some enclosures that are a little bit more on the mountain because Cheyenne Mountain Zoo, it's kind of built on the side of a mountain. And that's kind of what I'm going for here, where you get enclosures down here, and you get enclosures up here, and then maybe you get enclosures over there too. All kinds of enclosures because I'm going to place down as many creatures as I can. Can I see the plesiosaur from up here, by the way? That'd be kind of cool. It's still pretty small, but can I see you? Maybe I could do a viewing area up here. Where's my plesiosaur? Now I'm getting worried. I can't find it. I'm going in. Plesiosaur? Oh, there it is. Why do you hide? Why do you hide? Why can't you just be out in the open? You're so cool. Anyway, let's get out of here. There's a drowned in here too. It's coming after me. Oh, and also someone suggested that I should put the dodo in here, which I might do that. That would be kind of fun. You have two different types of dinosaurs. You have a ceratopsian dinosaur and then an avian dinosaur. That would be kind of a cool little combination. So I might do that. I'm going to go ahead and start getting we're not done with that. Don't worry, I haven't forgotten. But I'm going to get started on the dodo bird. So we'll do that. We'll put it in with the Psittacosaurus. I think that's a fun little thing to have. Besides, there's a decent amount of space in here for a small fella. Also, I will name the dodo Maurice because someone has been suggesting that I name it Maurice for a few weeks now. So, sorry, Ellen. So yeah, we'll name the dodo Maurice because again, that's what someone has been requesting for a while. And I keep forgetting. I keep getting sidetracked, man. I need to make a new pickaxe. I need to make a new pickaxe so that I can continue on the Carboniferous. Or, well, it's not going to be I don't think it's going to be solely Carboniferous, but I want like Carboniferous to be a big focus of this area, you know? And then right here, I want to make a little pond. We'll make it a little bit bigger than that. I want to make a little pond that's going to have like some old trees kind of sticking out of it. It's going to be a reference to a specific documentary. If you know, you know. Like that. And then we have like kind of a fallen tree over here they can climb on. And then again, these will just be kind of sticking out of the water, a reference to something. And the rest of the vegetation, and yeah, that's got enough space now. And also, I think that's like enough space to include another Arthropleura in here. So we can have two of them kind of walking around. Okay, I'm getting rid of you. That's annoying. Alrighty. Sweet. Okay, everything's coming together. Everything's coming together quite nicely. Get all these going. We'll get rid of the flowers because flowers didn't evolve in the Carboniferous. I know the grass didn't evolve either, but I explained earlier that at least grass, if you squint your eyes, it can look like other types of plants. Flowers are just so apparent, you know. There we go. It's kind of a cool little area, and you get some extra viewing too. The viewing will expand down here a little bit. Kind of look in there and see, and if you want to like get even try to get closer to the Arthropleura, you can view in there as well. That's pretty darn cool, and I think our dodo should be just about done, so we'll go ahead and check on that. Dodo, cultivated dodo egg. Let's get Maurice down. Okay, Maurice. Maurice. Back from the Isle of Mauritius, the island of Mauritius, hanging out with the Psittacosaurus, and then going down for a sleep. Snacked, and then slept, as any good dodo does. Sweet. Okay. Okay, now what? We kind of got some of that stuff done a little bit quicker than I initially predicted. Look at that precious little dodo. I love dodos. Like, dodos are really cool birds, and it's like... Hello. They're a tragic bird because they lived so recently, but we don't have like good enough documentation of what they were like in life because when humans came to the island of Mauritius, they were just wiped out so quickly that we just didn't have the chance. And so they were gone so quick before we even had the chance to even really know about them. So it's like there's a reason why dodos are often used as like the poster child for extinction. And it's really tragic, you know. So I'm glad that dodos are back in our park. I also do need to start. There's some of my experience that I lost when I died over there. I mean, I didn't die over there off camera. I didn't do that. I definitely didn't die trying to get some of those magma blocks because they definitely weren't in a cave that was down there. And I definitely didn't want light, so I definitely didn't go and get them, and so I definitely did not die. But we need to go and get more sand so we can actually focus on getting more glass and actually finish filling in all of this glass with the connecting glass. Oh, there you are. Look at you. Glorious. You're getting bigger too. All right. Every time I'm so nervous. I've never done the aquatic creatures before. At least not like the, completely aquatic marine reptiles. So I'm like nervous, hoping that nothing goes down. Oh, for some reason this setting was turned off. Beforehand, like I configured the files to make it so that the Dilophosaurus and the Dryosaurus were feathered, but for some reason it was turned off. But I went in and fixed it, so now she has feathers. So yay, very good. And when we place down a Dryosaurus, it should have feathers as well. Are there fish dying in there? Oh yeah. Is our plesiosaur eating fish? Creature hunger is turned off, by the way, so they can't starve to death. I'll take it though. Why is there so many fish in here? Holy moly. Is the plesiosaur going after them? Where is my plesiosaur? Is that where all the experience came from too? So this wasn't my experience from when I didn't die? There you are. You're so hidden all the time. I can't. Oh yeah, it's going after the fish. Good thing the fish spawn naturally in here. So I guess constantly have some enrichment, I suppose. So does that mean there's just going to be constantly just be fish floating to the top? Oh, that is so crazy. That is so crazy. So I'm not too sure what I want to do next. I don't really quite have the materials to work on anything new. So I don't think we're going to be making anything. I guess what we can do for the rest of the episode is, again, some more exploring and try to look for some more materials. I guess we can go and get some sand. I can make another shovel and we can go and get some more sand. Okay, I wasn't recording for that part, which is unfortunate because I just talked to myself a lot. But I just traded Alan some emeralds here. I traded him some emeralds. I unlocked some new stuff. Ooh. but for some biofossils. And I also traded in some skulls to get more emeralds so I can get more biofossils. It was a whole huge thing. So Alan, I'm definitely going to be using that for that stuff. He's a paleontologist apprentice, apparently, to try to get more biofossils. So now I have like a use for skulls and whatnot. And I was just talking to myself, and I was wondering, what are the odds that I get a Spinosaurus or a Pachyrhinosaurus from these fossils that that I just analyzed? Pachy! Everybody's gonna think that was fake. Everybody's gonna think that was fake. Everybody's gonna think that was fake. I am analyzing you right away. Everybody's gonna think that was fake. I put in 4 fossils. I got 4 fossils. That's all I got. And I was just talking to myself. I really wish I hadn't paused the recording, but I was just talking to myself, and I was wondering, what are the odds that I get a Pachyrhinosaurus or a Spinosaurus? Because those 2 are my favorite dinosaurs. And it's a Pachyrhinosaurus. That is so perfect. I am so happy. Okay. Well, the rain is loud too. So now our main goal is to figure out the living situation for Pachyrhinosaurus. We're going to end off the episode by doing that because I have to. It's my favorite. It's one of my favorite dinosaurs. It is my favorite ceratopsian for one. I want to make it out of spruce. Pachyrhinosaurus, they lived typically in a cooler environment. So I want to make its enclosure out of like materials they can find in cooler environments. In fact, we might even make the enclosure up here. But fortunately, I don't think I've shown this on camera yet. But fortunately, I do have like a lot of spruce saplings. That's how I got all of this spruce wood here. I planted, some mega taiga trees. So this is what we're mining. Okay, this should be more than enough spruce. I think I can make a whole enclosure out of basically just spruce. I don't know where to put it though. I don't really want it to be too far from me because it's one of my favorite dinosaurs. But where do I want to put it? Oh, look, you can see the Dilophosaurus from here. That is so cool. But where do I want to put it? I'm thinking kind of like up here. Kind of like, when you're up here, we can like add another viewing area where you can view the whole park down there. Maybe see the plesiosaur from here. I'm thinking here. So we can like flatten this out a little bit, try to make it look nice. Let's do that. Let's try this. Let's see how this looks. Okay, so here's what I'm thinking. The Pachyrhinosaurus will have like a little bit of a valley down here that kind of goes into the trees a little bit, and it'll have like an area up here. There will be a glass viewing area right here. There's gonna be a little bit of a platform that's like lifted up, and then it's gonna have a deck that goes out here, so you can like look over into the valley. And then you can also, assuming the Pachyrhinosaurus is up here, you can look over here to see if it's in here. That's my plan. That's what we're going to try to do. That creeped me out for a second. I'm not going to lie. I saw it in the corner of my eye and I was like, and then it was just a fox. Okay, so this is the perimeter. Again, you'll have this area up here. This could probably be like a little bit of a rest area for the Pachyrhinosaurus if need be. We could probably like put some straw or something up here. And there'll be another viewing area right here. But then, like I said before, there'll be a bit of a deck that'll go out over here, and it'll kind of like, it'll be elevated up off the ground, and then you can look in to the rest of the enclosure and hopefully see some Pachyrhinosaurs. Because obviously I want to put in more than one. But I think it sounds like a pretty sound idea. I think it's gonna be pretty fun. I should go to sleep before something tries to murderize me. So this is kind of what I'm thinking. You get a platform here, and then you get to look over. I'm not too sure if I'm crazy about the wall. I don't think I think the wall could certainly be better, but it's good for now. That's definitely too low over there. I guess I can lift that up a little bit. It's good for now. That's pretty much the best I can say about it for the moment. But I can definitely dress it up. I might put like some fence posts, like maybe replace a lot of it with fence posts instead of just being a pure solid block, But we have the basic idea, and that's definitely a decent amount of space for our Pachyrhinosaurus. I would also like to get some spruce down here. At least one tree. Well, that'll grow eventually. Yeah, this is kind of what we have going here. So that Protoceratops or Pachyrhinosaurus should be done by now. So we'll go and pick it up, and then we can head back up here. And then we will be all hunky-dory. Again, though, I'm going to do some changes to this enclosure, and we can probably put more animals in this enclosure when the time comes, when the time is right. It doesn't just have to be Pachyrhinosaurus, Can I make that, I wonder? Oh my gosh, is that my plesiosaur? That is so cool. Okay. Oh. Imagine if it started attacking me. It's getting easier to see. That's always preferable. Dodo, how are you doing? Dodo! Dodo! Everyone's doing great. Everyone's just doing great. Everything's going great. This is definitely the best park we've made so far. Like, it's shaping up to be real nice. And now we have Pachyrhinosaurus, one of my favorite dinosaurs to ever walk the earth. So what we can do is I can continue the path up here, of course, which was already the plan. You can go up here, be a lot quicker with stairs, and then we can have a path leading in this direction, as well as other directions expanding, or depending on where we expand. So we'll have one go in this direction. It'll lead directly to the Pachyrhinosaurus enclosure right here. There'll also be like the path will also kind of go down here, and there'll be a little bit of an outlook where you can overlook this portion of the park. We also I might, actually from that Dilophosaurus enclosure right there, we'll build a staircase that goes straight up here. That way there's a little bit of a quicker way to get to the Pachyrhinosaurus enclosure. I think I'm going to close this off entirely as well, because I think that's going to be like, I think that'll, I'll make this into a whole building, this portion. Because again, I want this kind of like how when you go to a zoo and there's like an indoor portion for elephants and rhinos and stuff. That's kind of my logic right here. Just for the Pachyrhinosaurus. I'm not going to close it off quite yet, but that is the idea. In fact, right now, though, I can at least separate it from the rest of the enclosure. I just won't put a roof on it quite yet, just so that the small Pachyrhinosaurus doesn't get into any trouble, which I don't think it will, but let's... Oh, that's a big egg. I'm so hyped. I'm so hyped. Okay. Now, we wait. There we go. Here we go. Okay, it's here. It's here. This is the moment I've waited for my entire life. It's just there. It's beautiful. It is beautiful. Gosh, that's such a good model, though. Oh, that's so good. I seriously love Pachyrhinosaurus. One of the reasons why I love it is because it's one of the few ceratopsians that actually has like a nasal boss instead of like a nasal horn or something like that. So it's like, it's pretty unique, all things considered. Oh, it looks so good. It looks so good. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. We have a female here. Orders to wander, of course, diurnal. And yeah, overall, healthy little gal. That is so cool. I'm so happy. Yeah, so we'll definitely get more Pachyrhinosaurs as time goes on. I'm going to let her grow in here for now. And then we might fill the enclosure with other things as well. But for now, I think Pachyrhinosaurus is a fantastic start to this enclosure right here. Just look at her. Just look at her. Isn't that so cool? I love it. But I'm going to go ahead and end the episode right here because it looks like I am out of time. Very productive overall, which we've kind of been productive in every single episode. So I'm kind of getting redundant by saying that. But it was a good time. It was a good time. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching and have an awesome day.